Morning, tubers of the U. It's me back again after another Leafs game, and this is gonna be a quick one because we're super busy today, and I gotta get the hell out of here. And also, we were over at my folks' house last night to celebrate both combined birthdays for my son and my wife. So, kind of watched the game, but it was very disjointed. So, but it was just as I predicted. The Dallas game in which the Leafs very much should have won the game, but didn't, and it was their best effort in a long time. I stated that's the kind of game a team has right before it breaks a slump, and they very much broke the slump last night, beating the Penguins in Pittsburgh 5-0. So, very convincing win. The game was close, but the Leafs were the better team almost right from the outset. They pushed the pace a little better. Their PK was perfect. Their power play got a goal. Freddie was amazing getting the shutout. It was just an overall team win where every aspect of their game was back up to where it almost should be, right? So the only lineup difference was that Ozhiganov was back in on defense instead of Justin Hall. Other than that, everything was the same. And the goal scorers were Tavares opened the scoring, which was nice because it had been a while since he'd gotten one. Marleau got another one, so now that he's gotten, his first couple there, he's starting to get a little more consistent, which is great. And then Riley, after he was leading the league in points after the first 3 or 4 or 5 games as a defenseman with 14 points or something like that. And then after that, when the Leafs hit their skids, his points went very much down. He didn't get a lot at all. So now it's nice to see him get back into the swing of things as well. And then last goal of the game, near the end of the game, was a shorthanded goal by Hyman. So good to see him get a goal as well. So, overall, other than Matthews still being hurt and Nylander still being God knows where in contract limbo, this is very much a reversal of fortunes for us in Leafland, and a very, very good statement, slump ending, character kind of win, which hopefully they can carry into this coming week, because it's not going to get any easier. They got the Golden Knights and then a couple of other teams coming up that are no pushovers either. So so overall a great win, and fortunate comings on the horizon, I think. And the funny thing is that the start to this season, looking back on it, is very much mirroring last season. I remember last year they started out strong out of the gates. They were scoring all these goals, and it was like, ha ha ha. And then the same thing, all of a sudden it just stopped. It dried up. And that they had that adversity right at the start of the season that they kind of had to work through before they got into finding out, more of who they were as a team, and getting that consistent daily effort. And it's almost the exact same thing has happened this year. And like I said, I think in my last video, it's nice to have that early season adversity to bring them, to ground them. You don't want to cakewalk your way through a season scoring all these goals, and then you hit your first bit of adversity in the playoffs, because you're going to find yourselves out of the playoffs very quickly, right? So it's nice to go through these swings during the season, especially early on, to help them find their game, find out who they are as a team, and get into those good habits, and learning how to win and how to play on a daily basis, and put out these consistent efforts. So overall I'm very pleased, and I can't wait for Tuesday against Vegas, I think it is. See you then.